Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday on Thursday, or what I affectionately call Twisted Trash Thursday. Others call it Bitch Slapping Thursday, and it's going to be a lot of that going on today. Fair warning for all. Okay, I am VS Speaks Royally. I do hope you are well. It's a nice sunny day here. It's a little bit warmer than it has been. Not that y'all really care, but I just wanted to share. Hey, Sam's over there in the UK. All right. So, hello to all the channel members that are in here for your presence and your support. Y'all know I just love y'all. Everyone else that's in the chat and then in the clouds or at the space station, hello to you, deuces, all that good stuff, dabs and all that fun stuff. So, I'm not going to belabor any more than I see the numbers jumping here. So, let me get to this. As it takes forever. Here we go. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. I wanted to quickly do a squatty corner. The first comment I had was from Cicelyse. She, of course, StreamYard, YouTube, clears out comments at a certain point, and I guess depending on when they are left, I think this was left yesterday or the day before. So, but hey to Cicelyse, I just wanted to acknowledge that was the first comment. So, in looking at getting into pre-trash, just to give you an idea of what was trending this morning when I pulled and looked at when I opened up the app formerly known as Twitter, Sussexes and hashtag that family. So that'll tell you the mood that's going on with squad. So I'm just going to quickly scan the comments and oh, Betty J, that's so sweet. My happy place. Ooh. I hope you feel that way when I get done today, because I have a feeling I'm going to be on another level. And I see some of the comments that are here. Lydia, and I think it was, who else said something about the trash time, and I just cracked up laughing. Maybe it was Lorna. I don't remember. I have to scroll all the way up to the top. Could have been Diane, but yeah, trash time. They were like, I don't know if you're gonna have a bin, like a can big enough. We need an incinerator. Okay, flamethrower would really be good, but an incinerator would do for the stuff. So. First things first, let me just drop in the comments. That's a link to the article, Byline Times. It's also in the description for those who might be watching on replay. And thank you to those that do watch on replay. All right, I'm going to hit the famous little screenshot that comes up. And if all hearts and minds are on one accord, let's get it in. It's your favorite time, trash time. Trash time! Trash time! There's such a horrible delay. But I'm going to work through it. So Tuesday, I shared, Byline Time investigates confessions of a News of the World reporter that is saying how they fixed negative drug tests of Harry to make them positive. So, squad was okay, had the little discussion behind that. All of us covered all that. But child, what Byline Times has dropped on all of us, let me just say, Tina and Michelle, if you have been in squad back to that time when Sussex Squad podcast was launched, and every week Tina and them would tell us this, they're behind it, the family's behind it. It was bad that not only did you have, at the time, we didn't call them derangers, I don't believe. We were calling them crazies, but you had derangers going after Tina, who handled the social media side, even to the point of death threats. Some of you may be aware of that, some of you may not. Like the stuff that we're about to discuss, they kept saying the royal family was behind all of the stuff going on against Harry and Meghan, and it's been uncovered. I have no empathy for any of them over in the UK at this point in time. That I ever will. When we were talking last week or the week before about an apology, and even before with all these stupid headlines about them, Harry and Meghan aren't ever going back to the UK permanently. The apology, please, there would have to be. Let me just go on and show you. So here's Byline Times World Exclusive. Exploding. I hate this term, and we all know why. If you're in the squad a long time, makes it. So for newbies, please don't ever use this term around the squad because you will get cussed out probably. So exploding Mexit, how Dan Wooten and a cash for leak scandal split the monarchy. Split the monarchy. So these two writers reveal the real story why Prince Harry and Meghan really left the royal family. I mean, most of us could guess that it was bad, and we all had said, if this is what we're seeing, we can only imagine. And then when you go back and you think about the Netflix docuseries and the tears, blood is boiling. So then we had royal suitor King Charles, and she's taken segment. King Charles withdrew £700,000 in funding for a trial year in Canada over a royal cash for leak scandal involving Dan Wooten, when Prince Harry included the name of Prince William's aide in a legal action linking the firm to payouts from the Sun for stories. So we were all like, remember Dan Woody Woot had gotten the story on them leaving, Harry and Meghan leaving, stepping back from working royal, which is an oxymoron, from that type of role, and they were just going to let us go, basically. And thank you again to Space being the idiot who turned down the half in, half out. Hallelujah. The ancestors worked through you in that moment in time, but I hope they reach down your throat and snatch your soul. Okay, that's just how I'm feeling right now. So we have, yes, Bella might go crazy in a little bit if the Amazon truck's out there. Just ignore her. We're going to work through it. So this was another screenshot just showing, you let what Woody Woot has on them has to be massively damaging for them to even go through the lengths that they did to try to get Meghan out of the family, just to hem up Harry, as who wasn't even a spare at the time that their oldest child was born. Okay, hopefully I'm not talking too much in loop-de-loops, you keeping along, but the link that I dropped, you can go out to Byline Times and you can get the subscription, which many in the squad are subscribing to them to give them the support so they can continue on. They still have more to come, which just blows your mind, blows the mind. So here's, I usually don't share too much from them, but I wanted to share a little bit. Of course, whet your appetite. Then you'll go out there and have to click the link that did share. And I don't know if anybody else. Of course, it's in the description. I'll drop it again at some point before it ends. So it just shows in here, exploding exit. I'll say how Dan Wooten and a cash for leaks scandal split the monarchy. The first retail edition of Byline Times monthly newspaper reveals the royal exclusive story about why Prince Harry and Meghan really left the royal family. So King Charles, quote, pushed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex into commercial deals. Let me go on here and read it, because with my screenshot, it's blocking off in StreamYard. So I'll just read it from here. Into commercial deals in the U.S. by withdrawing £700,000 funding for a trial year in Canada. So we know how much they made a deal over 1 year, and that they if they signed any deals during that year, that the royal family had to review them and give approval, and it couldn't do this and it couldn't do that, and then they can't use the word royal and all this other crazy nonsense. The audacity, the audacity of these people. Anyway, so as if you watch Netflix, and if you were part of Squad, they released their location and pulled their security and took away funding. Tyler Perry, thank you. Okay, I've said this before to you, but thank you, because it's a lot deeper than Harry saying we had 13. I think it was 13 suitcases. You hear someone say it, and okay, you're a prince, but you're probably 13, and just what they had on their back, and they were trying to get out of there. Now we know why. So the financial sanctions stem from a refusal to remove from legal papers the name of Kensington Palace aide, whose partner was receiving money from the then Sun newspaper executive editor, allegedly for stories about the exit and Prince Archie. Going after a baby, an infant. Okay. So that aide, which, Byline Times is being nice, but we know that his name is Jason Knopf, who heads up their foundation, KP's foundation. So he got a promotion out of it. Even Chucky Chuck's right hand at the time, or whoever is his right hand now, I think was involved in this too. I'll tell you, I have to read it in segments because, yeah, it's. Whew. So it resulted in the collapse of the Sandringham Agreement, struck under the late Queen in January 2020. Giving them an opportunity to escape. Hallelujah for that. The royal press rota, the royal family rota, but it's the royal family, because if the family ain't the ones briefing, then there wouldn't be a rota. And continue public service from North America, which is Canada. But now, as part of a 3-year investigation into the conduct of Wooten, which has already unmasked him as a serial catfish and sparked a Met Police probe, Byline Times is publishing a 3-part special into his dealings with the royal household. That's why I was saying subscribe, then you won't miss. They do, of course, tweet out when they have released, but it's the monthly thing. So this was this month's, yeah. Woo, Lord of mercy. All right, let me come back over here. Is this not deep? This is so deep. This is beyond the audacity of those M to the F to the others. Okay. To do and say what they have done against Meghan, and then to use 3 members of her parental side, including the parental unit, to smear her. Oh, all them roads. And honey, when them names start coming out, falling out that tree of money, or the bags of money, yeah, it's coming. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So in here, it's just giving excerpts they have excerpts from original emails, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Woody Woo, we were wondering what you had on them. But what he must really have, we have no inkling as to what he was using to make sure. Pillow talk, a shag here or there, okay, but that usually doesn't have where somebody's got that much power over the family that's supposed to be the most powerful in the country. Space, you must have let your freaky deaky side really come out, and he's got you. But you should let it all out yourselves. That'll lessen the blow. Okay, because this is about to be. Oof. So hopefully these are in order, but this is the stuff that, they All right. Prince Harry and Meghan were forced out of the Sandringham agreement to continue in public service from Canada when his father pulled the plug on funding. And I believe there are articles that were like, oh no, he didn't do that. Charles didn't do that. He funded them. And then all them damn headlines making a big deal over funding. All of you, and I mean all of you, deserve to be thrown in an incinerator. You're just disgusting human beings. Unreal. You and your Rhoda, your PR arm. All because they wanted Jason. Well, now I'm gonna say Jason must be a little bit more special to space than we really want to even say. Mhm. How you doing? All right, so as you're reading, it followed news that a partner of a key aide, just say who it is. We already know when we saw the docu-series. We already know he inserted himself in that lawsuit Meghan had against the Daily Mail or Mail on Sunday. Yeah, when he tried to say he helped write her letter to her father that then got published in said, yeah, or got chopped up and then printed. So the payments came to light. Anonymous whistleblower emails claiming to be from admin workers within the Murdoch newspaper publishing empire. They told how the payments had provoked panic at Sun and claimed senior executives quietly brushed the matter under the carpet. The payments allegedly related to stories about Archie's nannying. Remember the person that got fired? And Harry and Meghan have never spoken about what happened. But the royal family's PR, the Rhoda, always make this big to do of staff leaving, staff leaving, staff leaving. She's chasing them out. Hmm. We had an inkling. Okay, had an inkling of what she might have attempted to do. If that ever comes to light, yeah, y'all might as well just pack up your palaces, shutter the doors and the windows, because it's going to be a wrap. The abolition of monarchy will take hold. Mm. Whew. And we remember all the articles about Archie's godparents. That was just, oh, who are the godparents? Who are the godparents? Who are the godparents? And then, of course, Woody Woot breaking the story. He didn't break the story, probably broke somebody's back, but he didn't break the story. So it goes into even more, now the Met Police are really going to have to save face because y'all are on the wrong side of history by lining up and saying no. But we now know who's probably pushing you to say no, they can't pay for security. All right, two internal royal investigations follow, one involving Simon Case, who is today the embattled head of the civil service facing questions over the government's response to the pandemic and is rubs elbows and shoulders with Charles. Okay. Chuck and his eldest son seem to have some things in common. hmm The palace investigations cleared the aide after he denied being the source of the Archie and exit information and told Case that neither he nor his partner were friends with Wooten. Sure, but you went to school with Woody Woot, and y'all wound up working in the same city, country, and for the same employer in a sense. And you're gonna tell me, whatever, whatever. Byline Times has uncovered a new photographic evidence of Woody Woot, the aide, and the aide's partner at a lavish private birthday party that Wooten threw for his close friends and a 1,670 pound a night hotel suite. And then he has nerve to write articles on how much Harry and Meghan spent on their wherever their accommodations. But now, the palace, if they've said that he wasn't and didn't know them, and now there's photographic evidence, y'all are going down. I'll just say this, even if you wrote a $10 billion check that none of us have to know, but it needs to be a $10 billion check to Harry, to Meghan, to Archie, to Lilibet. It goes into accounts offshore because y'all like to keep y'all money offshore. And then, yeah. And that's just for them. They have the account number, then they can move it to wherever they need to and not even mention it. Like y'all never mention the money that y'all get, but okay. Prince Harry sent formal letters before action detailing the claims about Woot and the palace in News UK. And then this person, Sir Clive Alderton, today King Charles and the consort's right-hand man, there you go, and former Lord Chamber, whatever, blah, 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 is all behind all this crap. So here's another little titty bit for you guys. When the aide's name was not removed from the legal paper, the Sussexes were cut adrift financially and left unable to protect themselves despite having a security threat level equal to monarch. And you were like, we're not going to protect you. So yeah, when we see what happened in New York City, we understand that that was truly that time. And I'm not going to say any more than that, y'all know, because it drives some of the squatties crazy. The royal household had thought the threat of exposure would force Harry and Meghan to return to the UK, where their profile could be controlled, preventing them from eclipsing the future king. Let me read that again. The royal household had thought the threat of exposure would force Harry and Meghan to return to the UK, where their profile would be controlled, preventing them from eclipsing the future king. That old man needed to worry about what his youngest son was up to, and anyone that is drawing positive attention, you dum-de-dum should have been very thankful about, because nobody pays attention to KC3, his Khan, his heir, or Dimple does. Okay? Nobody pays attention to them. No one with any common sense. And those that pretend like they do, they don't even pay attention to y'all. Love this last bullet. But it drove a wedge through the royal family, set in train events leading to Prince Harry's book Spare, a string of high-profile commercial media deals, and ongoing bad blood in the British monarchy. They brought it on themselves. I don't feel sorry for them. And the lady in black is still going to come and get you all. She's going to get you all. Okay. So with that being released, I want to show you how the media is covering up and some stores. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for it, yeah, you're going to have to look a little bit or ask them specifically for this paper because they're hiding it. So this gentleman said, I got first edition of Byline Times this AM in W.H. Smith's. Bizarrely, it was in what staff called women's interests between People and Harper's Bazaar. They said that's where the head office told them to put it, but moved it when I pointed out the content. Every article is worth a read. And first comment under it was Byline Times. Thanks for getting it properly merchandised and for your support. So the head office of these stores is telling them, put it somewhere nobody's going to really look. I wonder why. And I wonder who called these head offices to prompt that. Oh, the tangle web you have weaved, because it's about to go down. So I love Byline Times because they are trolling the out of. Had this going around the city, they had a taxi, and then, and at pivotal locations, and then, right outside the offices. They're like, hey. Hello, we're here. But it now makes it very, very clear why these crazy headlines that we are seeing are being printed. I couldn't figure it out, but this made it very clear. So the whole Prince Harry and Meghan Markle damage royal family brand by airing dirty laundry. If the royal family wasn't dirty, they wouldn't have to worry about what laundry was put out. And Harry and Meghan didn't put out the real dirt. Byline Times is going to for them. Okay. This one here, Harry and Meghan have cut all ties with the royal family. They should have, although they care for a few people that are still within the Golden Gates and locked in. And then this one, King Charles ready to forgive Meghan. This one should be rolled up into a ball and shoved up his behind because of the audacity. He will get off on it, but the audacity to even have this type of headline. He's ready to forgive her. She's done nothing. Obviously, you all have been the ones. Oh, because Space didn't get his way and have his, if they call him an aide, I'll call him an aide. If his aide's name wasn't removed from the legal papers, oh, well, don't do stuff to wind up in legal papers and you wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay. And then this one with, Space being furious over their Netflix deal. F you and the sky that you rode in on. Okay. And then this old biddy that, really has one foot. Because if she's a friend of the queen who was, what, 90, I want to say 97, but I think that's how old. Yeah, 97. Go. Uh, I'm going to just be nice and not say anything. Now, this is from today. And again, it's telling, very telling in these headlines that are coming out of the Murdochian, however you want to say it, empire, because Rhoda seems to be owned by him. Princess Anne refused to attend Prince Harry's christening. And here's why. Harry is how old? I laughed at this, but I also had to say, y'all are they're truly nuts. You're trying to deflect from the real story to this. And yeah, she refused to go. She was on a hunting trip. It figures. She likes to be in the woods, rugged and all. Also, this was today. Family Guy takes a dig at Harry and Meghan, mocks them, and it's like, showing them as doing nothing. You have the wrong royals in these pictures, but okay, if you want to say that. They've done a lot. They do a lot. And they don't even have to address this bull crap. But now we see why you have these stupid. It's very, very obvious. Very, very obvious. So I had a troll drop in on the app formerly known as, and yeah, hold on one second. Sorry about that. All right, so this troll decided to drop in on a tweet back in October 14th. Remember, if you remember this tweet, and I shared even the picture on my community tab on YouTube. You coming in all these days later, and it's like, get a life. I laughed. I didn't even respond. I just blocked the person, but get a life. You're upset. Mm, 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 mm. It's got to be somebody close to, very close to the royal family. That's all I can say. Um, yeah, the cast of clowns. Um, yeah, this she's gonna visit you all. She's going to visit you all. Um, because everything Tina and Michelle talked about each week, and even many in the chat, oh no, don't say that. They can't possibly. I mean, even didn't give QE2 a break because, being the head, she should have shut all that down, especially if she really cared for Harry as much as the media claims she did. And, so what? She gave a waffle maker. They should have shipped it back. That's my personal opinion. Okay. Um, you know how the mafia sends body parts? Yeah, okay. Just saying. All right. Let me woosah out. Woosah out. I have over 400 comments. There's just there's no way. There's just no way I can get through all of them. So I'm gonna scroll up. Thankfully, I don't have any hard deadline or hard cutoff, but I'm at a half hour about, so I'll be able to work through this. Oh, Betty J. Oh my goodness, thank you. She gifted for those that are just listening, she gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See, I've been doing all this and these folks over here showing some love. All right. Do I have to go on the other side to see who may have gotten the gift? I don't know if it was YouTube does that automatically. So yeah, I don't have a say in who gets it, but I'll check. It's not showing anything on this side. So just before I wind up closing myself completely out of everything. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, let me come over here. All right. So Elaine and Alma, thank you for your super stickers. Okay. Hopefully you didn't just hear that outburst. All right, but thank you to both of you, and again to Betty J. Let me get back over here. Let me get down to here, and I'm going to play the famous tune. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you both. And again, thank you, Betty J. I'm gonna have to check. I wish it would show in StreamYard. Um, that's if anybody here is, because it usually will say, and I'm gonna scroll to the bottom just to see if it said to Annie. That's my sentiment right there. That's my sentiment. Woo! Anna, have a safe travels, safe travels, safe travels, safe travels. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Um, Let me see. Antoinette VS Charles should have known that Harry was not going to deal with their nonsense. Remember when Charles tried to set Harry up with that con deal with Cash, and Harry said no. Yeah. The one they said that is dumb is the smartest one of them all. Joyce, why protecting this aid against your son, grandson, daughter-in-law? More importantly, their protection, Charles and Will, was not protecting the aid. They're trying to protect William from something. Bingo. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. Bingo. It's all about space. Now I can come up with some scenarios, but I can't put it on. I really would be booted from half of a family friendly. Joe, all this to say one paid whistleblower KP staffer to destroy his own son and family. Wow, they never respect the Queen's offer. And we now know who was in charge in her later years. Again, Tina and them have always talked about that. But to rush one out means that you get the other. But it seems that Space has been running that joint over there. All them households, probably since he hit 21 when he had that disgusting birthday party. But okay. Whew. All right. What's going on with Church Nelly? Did I miss something? What happened? I'm scrolling up, scrolling up. I just saw prayers for Church Nelly. I was like, I thought I saw her name. Yeah, thank God. It is very, very true. More than we really know. BS, please tell him to hurry up. Listen. Julia, how are you? Karma is a bitch. Poetic Justice A. Hagen Wooten likely Pagan. Can't wait for the video. Woo, cause yeah, Smoothie Woot love to look at the videos of himself and others and all that. I mean, Whew. Anyway, Diane watched C3 lie, claiming he didn't really withdraw the security, but just made the Sussex think so in order to scare them home. Want to bet that's not the next lie? Oh yeah, anything to like spin it around. I mean, we already see the headlines now. Which is the truth, though? So if you come out with that, which is the truth? So you lie. You lie because you didn't correct it when it was in the papers initially. So, and we know y'all read all them papers, tabloids every morning while you eat your beans for breakfast. Or the poached eggs. King C3 from this documentary from many years ago, has to have these eggs just at the certain temperature and just right. Otherwise, the cook, like if he's out and about, say hunting, when they have those shooting events and then they come back in, they have to keep cooking eggs until they arrive so that they're like the perfect. Talk about waste. Okay, just saying. He's a waste. He doesn't even okay, Whew. Oh my, Amber Alert just popped up, Lord of mercy. Talk about not the kind of alert you want to see on your phone. Be with that they find that child. Okay, safe and sound. Okay. Let me see this. Julia Karma can be a bee. Can't wait for Egghead to get what's coming to him. Guessing Mumbles will do another piano recital to deflect. Laugh my ass off. Yeah. Hey, Cicely's. I gave you a shout out at the beginning if you didn't see it. So, because you had dropped the first comment. Hey, Kathy G, how are you? Let's see. I'm kind of all over, as you can see in these comments, but kids, Karma, Princess Diana's spirit are kicking into override to expose those who've done wrong. Yeah. And if it keeps digging and they find out and they put it out about her. Okay. Diane Hawkins, he can't lie out of this. The words have been have been writing on the wall for all to see. Yeah. So basically, as I said earlier, the headlines were already written and no correction because the palace is quick to correct when there's Botox stories. Mhm. Oh no, she doesn't get her face injected with Botox. Sure. Okay. If you say so, no problem. You say it's not true, but we know that usually when they say it's not true, it is. All right. Antoinette VS, damn that power trip to sell out your son and his family. Shame, shame, shame on you, Charles. Yes, VS, that must be some good ish they have on Willie. Yes, Lord. I don't want to see it because now if they do a transcript, possibly, but I have not ever been able to read or listen to the entire transcript of KC3 and his now consort. Because who wants to hear a man say they want to be a sanitary product? And come on now. Ugh. Joan, what assisted Dan Rotten go back to his country yet? I don't know. More than likely, he must be keeping a very low profile, but none of the tabloids and Rhoda will talk about this, I'm sure. I doubt they will even touch on this story. I do hope that this, more like Reuters and CNN and, the major stations here, CBS, NBC, ABC, will pick up on it and we'll discuss and, hell, even PBS and any of the other, you know, stations, but I doubt if it ever will be touched on in the UK. That ain't gonna happen. That's probably not ever gonna happen till it has to happen. hmm Put it up for a vote. Put it on the ballot when y'all do y'all next election. should they abolish the monarchy and just let the people have their say. Mhm. You wouldn't let, what is it, Scotland go, and you wouldn't let Northern Ireland when they wanted to break away from y'all. But hey, drag everybody down the toilet if you have to. That's y'all way. Little Mac, J Matt, totally agree. Thank God Tyler read the tea leaves and gave Megan his number. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And said, call me anytime. And ancestors led her to calling him. She was at her wit's end. So, yeah. Cookies and cream. This story needs to be plastered all over social media and let it trend for as long as possible. It also needs to be sent to every credible international media outlet and journalists the world need to know. Yeah. So it would be nice to see, you know, the Gale Kings of the world, so to speak, come and talk about it, but not just gloss over it. But they do have bosses themselves. And yes, we all who have social media can get out there and share. Copy that link right out your address, that window, and then just paste it in all your social media and tell your family and friends, especially Facebook or wherever else you talk to them. You have to read this. I agree. It needs to be spread far and wide. Diane, the Oprah interview, Netflix productions, and Spare even more important now. Karma and the ancestors were really working overtime. Yeah, yes. And then, they gave the strength to the victims of Woody Woot to speak up. And when one saw that one spoke up, they both spoke up. And then another one saw, and then they had more and more and more. And then those that had worked, and I understand when you have a job, are you really wanting to be the whistleblower? Because seems to be a lot different over there in the UK. Truly that. We thought we had an old boys network over here in the US. Whew, UK ain't got nothing on the UK. Nothing. Protect that family at all costs. Yeah, okay. Oh, Church Nellie, is she back in the hospital, Lord? Please keep us posted. Have someone update us if you aren't able. Hope you are out of there. No. Up there looking at too many nacho pictures, probably. I just want to make you laugh by that, Church Nellie. I love you. I do love you, and I am praying that you will be sending lots of healing energy your way. Hattie Charles, Cal, Work Shy. Oh, yeah, I wonder if Work Shy Willie's in here. And Dumb Kate are so stupid, but I'm glad it happened like it did because they're not going back to that mess. No, they're not. And since Kate wanted to have that headline stating that she fought to have the wording, that sometimes, what is it, recollections may vary. So she's in on decisions made by the king and heir. Because obviously the queen wasn't in on it. But okay. Trish, I want to know what that nanny did to her. Ooh. We all have an idea. We don't want to really put it out in the atmosphere, but we have an idea because it seemed to have been tried again in South Africa. You all know what I'm talking about. Those that may not, I just hope that you're able to follow along. But we'll just say that if you listen to Archetypes, maybe you didn't, Meghan revealed during one of the episodes that there had been, I'll put it, a situation in where the nanny felt led to take baby, and he was an infant, 4 months old, I think, on this tour. He might have been a little older, but to take him downstairs with her to the kitchen when she was going to fix herself some breakfast. And a heater in his nursery happened to catch fire. And it's a home that had no modern day sprinkler or smoke detectors. I'm going to leave it like that. And yes, that Viper family would have known exactly where they were staying because they would have made the arrangements. And because it's in the chain of all the offices knowing, yes, they would have known. And I don't even know if we saw a headline regarding that because I think we all would have lost our minds. But okay. How interesting. They don't brief about stuff like that. Gwen says, absolutely glad Harry took his family away from that. Yeah, the Viper family. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, Church Nelly. And then you're in here listening to Trash Time. Don't have your family coming at me. Let me see this, Marjorie. That's why Tyler Perry said Harry and Meghan could stay so much more, and now the royal family trying to preempt Meghan's memoir if she decides to write one. It won't matter what they try to do. They were trying to get ahead of Spare, but it didn't matter because I think really by the time they found out, because there are no leaks in Montecito, they're guesstimating she's going to do something, or they're putting out feelers and nobody's saying anything. None of them publishing houses are going to risk, especially having the wrath of Ari come after them, because remember, she's signed to a management company. Yeah, you go ahead and mess around with the number one agency and see what happens. Joan, I'm sick of those hateful, racist so-called family. Yeah, so-called is the right word. Yes. Alma, thanks again, Tyler Perry, for the freedom flight and temporary home and security. Yes, and even went above and beyond, because he said they had never seen that much activity with drones, et cetera, et cetera. Because you remember he said they had to install those trees and higher fences. Yeah. We're talking like there are some very well-known, powerful people in Hollywood, because that's the area they live in, that live in around each other for that reason of, more protection for the numbers. So, you're only going to get so far if we're in gated communities, et cetera, et cetera. So thank God for the laws that have been, sadly, many have had situations that laws then had to be put in place, but thank God for those laws, because it truly has protected them even more. Because if it wasn't, can you imagine? Whew, Lord have mercy. Mm. Black Queen, they were probably egging Meghan on to take her. Hmm. Damn savages, yes. I mean, somebody comes and tells you that. Well, not only that, but whomever said, no, you don't need to go out, for some reason always reminds me that it was cosplay. It just sounded like some shit. Oh, no, you don't need to go out. You're everywhere. And what the heck does that mean? I'm everywhere. Oh, in all the tabloids. I'm not saying anything. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm in all the tabloids. Yeah. Thanks to those crazies. And I'm being nice. Oh, Candy, wishing you a speedy recovery. I'm going to have to scroll all the way at the top while the thing is, when my outro is rolling, to find out what is happening here, because I definitely missed that one. Hey, Spottum. I just see, oh, there you go. I was like, somebody was saying hi to you, so I just wanted to make sure I said hi. Franchella, to be a fly on the wall, palace walls right now, yeah. Well, there's probably ish being thrown all around there. Let me tell you, who's going to take the fall? Who's going to fall on that sword, y'all, over there in the UK? Mm-hmm. Julia, Diana's rolling in her grave. Wouldn't she be so ashamed? Oh, she's probably kicking her feet in joy that it's starting to be exposed. Mm-hmm. It's that which they put out that is coming back, but when it comes back, don't be downstream of them or downwind either. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Black Queen Marjorie. Yep, the same predictable gaslighting projection. Most decent citizens of the world will believe Harry and Meghan. Exactly. There was somebody on the app formerly known as that was like, I didn't really care for him, but happened to, I think they watched the docuseries, and now they're fans. And I side eye these people when they say stuff like that, because if it's been this long and you just getting on the bandwagon, yeah, I'm side eyeing you. Okay, kids, Diane, Marjorie, exactly. It is wrong for me to wish H release Spare 2.0. Is it wrong for me to wish H release Spare 2.0 or revised Spare? Um, or also Megan to drop her book. Yes, kids, behave yourself. I mean, it may happen, but maybe what he was going to say will come out in Byline Times. All that stuff. Plus some. Mm, 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 mm. Diane, since fly, bee, wasp names are already taken, let's call Dan Wooten the maggot since Woody Woot is too cute. Oh, you think that's too cute of a name? Okay. The maggot. It does eat dead things. That fits the royal family, especially the current members. Hmm. Okay, the maggot. Yeah, and there are good movies like, the fly threw up on people, so it really could probably be, but all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. Sherry? Whoa. Chucky is old as dirt. A homeless person can eclipse the Tea King. Spot them. Why are they hiding it? Why is who? Byline Times or the royal family? Royal family's hiding because they're trying to protect the heir. Many times, many of the different podcasts that are Sussex positive have always said all roads at some point in time, all roads lead back to KP. Oh, and Woody Woo told on them. Okay. The what is it called? I already forgot. The maggot. Oh, there you go. The maggot said that the calls were coming from inside the palace. They want to blame it on this and that, but they just don't want to admit that the calls are coming from within inside the palace. So he was telling on them, and there was nothing they could say to shut the maggot down. Isn't that something? The short that's going to come out of this, woo, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see. Imagine picking an employee who was leaking over your son, daughter-in-law, and your grandson. It only makes sense if the employee will follow your order. Like get down on all four. That type of order. Yeah, that employee was following, unless it was the other way around. They were playing role reversal. All right, let me behave myself. Hey, Miss Viv, how are you? God always had a ram in the bush. Yes, 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 yes. And it's always, when my grandmother used to say this when I was younger, I would think like, what's done in the dark will come to light. She would say it at the most ominous times, and it'd be like, what? Now, I was too sweet, young little thing. I wasn't doing nothing. Kids, head's office are getting calls from them. Yes. I mean, any smart person can see it. Woo, Lord of mercy. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Let me stop for a moment. Let me unhighlight that comment. Y'all probably are like, what? What just happened? Okay, let me come here. Let me go here. Let me go there. I'm gonna probably let me see what time is it. All right, we're almost at an hour. So I don't know if I unhighlighted that. I might not have, but thank you, Betty J. Black Queen, member for 12 months. Oh, she's in ICU bladder issue, possibly malignant. Oh Lord. Okay, thank you, Black Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that highlighted message. Whew, prayers, many prayers, healing energy. Yes, 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 yes. Miss Viv, this is my blessing to your podcast. I love you. Oh, Miss Viv, don't try to make me cry. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Uh-oh, here comes Lydia. VS, our church Nelly. Oh, you're telling me too. A kidney infection and concern about a mass on her bladder. Oh, Lord. We're not even going to let that take hold in our mindset. The energy and our intention is going to be that she's going to be okay. It will be benign, and we will soon hear that she is good, up and going, and kicking ass again. Church Nelly, we love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you to Lydia and Black Queen for, let me know what was happening, because as the comments started sounding more urgent. So now to Miss Viv and to Lydia. And this is for you both. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Again, thank you both. Thank you, thank you, thank you both. Okay. Take a deep sigh. Woosah. We're not going to even allow that energy. I believe in the healing spirit. Yes, 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 yes. Mm. Yes, Church Nelly. Healing. Squad's got you. I'm going to start crying, so I'm going to end. I do hope you all loved Trash Time because I went soft. As hard as I wanted to go, I have to be mindful of YouTube. Like yanked me right out of here. So um please take care of yourselves. Those of you even keeping Hilda in your prayers who depression is rough and there's a lot going on. Just please keep her in your prayers as well. And for many of us, even myself who battle it, because she's around the anniversary when she lost her father. So, Church Nelly, healing for you. All of those, Miss Viv, continued healing for you. And when you're in large public settings, please remember what you're supposed to do. Wear that mask. Let me see. This is coming in from Joan. Let me see. Yes, and squatters, we know that prayer changes things. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And this is for you, for the super sticker. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm just gonna scroll, make sure I have not missed anything else. If I have, please drop a comment after the live stream ends. I hope that you all enjoyed yourself. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. Um, we will be talking again um, Saturday, Sussex Saturday, and please take care. Love you all. I'm just trying to pull up my outro music, trying to get to the right spot. Here we go.